Hey guys, Loftingrapher here as always, and welcome to the 5th episode of Kit Selection, where playing a map with both primary and secondary suggested by my viewers. And oh my, we have some really nice looking SR for today's video. Let's get the ultimate VSS Venturas set. Was an idea from Mr. Scofield. Use the VSS at set 4 with one of the 3 sniper optics and the suppressed Glock18 with whichever sight you want. Playing construction, try to help out your team by capturing points and flanking the enemy team. Hope you pick my kit and enjoy. Now to start this episode, I have an interesting question for you guys. How important is the looks of a weapon for you? Because in my case, I'd rather use sexy looking gun with mediocre stats than something that absolutely wrecks enemies but with ugly skin. For example, the P90 dev group. People hate it for how OP its high fire rate and damage is, but that SMG or the PDW is just poor looking and I never had fun using it in any map. Instead, whenever I use a weapon which I actually think looks cool, even if the stats aren't nearly as good as other GP premium weapons out there, I still do pretty good. So the looks of a weapon definitely is important for me, but I was curious to know how it is for you guys. Moving back to kit selection, Venturas is a well-known Russian sniper rifle designed to be used in special operations, and also one of the family member of AS-Val Cobra Mod 3, Vicar SMG, and 9891 Compact AR, which all of them you can find in Contract Wars. In-game, the rifle is unlockable at set 4 with in-game currency, and after completing the task, which is to get 130 long shots with its semi-alright iron sight, you gain access to PSO optic and all other customizable parts. Now, there are 3 different types of full-size sniper scope in this game. Those are Nightforce 10x24, 22x50, and Hensoldt 24x72. I guess you can also include the PSO as one of the sniper scopes, but since it wasn't included in the original comment by Scofield, we'll be ignoring it for this video. Both Nightforce optics can be unlocked at level 8. The 10x24 has the lowest zoom rate out of 3, and the side picture is rather cramped, obstructing your view. Next on the list is the Nightforce 22x50 full-size optic, which is what I'm using for this episode. If you're building yourself a typical SR, your best bet is to use this optic. It has a good magnification, simple reticle, as well as large field of view, perfect for scanning possible targets. Lastly, at level 12 with ridiculous amount of mod points required, you can unlock the Hensoldt 24x72, something you would see on the VSSK spec sniper rifle. As awesome as it looks, the scope is practically out of use in Contract Wars, and I advise you to stay away from it. Since sight attachment is the only customization you can apply for the VSS, slap in some secret camouflage and voila, there's some really nice looking suppressed sniper rifle for you. As for the secondary, we're using the Glock18, which I'm sure everybody can agree, one of the most reliable and versatile secondary you can pick for long-range kit. I have the Micro H1 and the T-Round suppressor to remain out of enemy tactical minimap, while leaving tactical rail empty to keep its high mobility up. Now, the main question was, can the Venturas remain accurate enough to be a sniper rifle in hardcore in such a large map as construction? The answer pretty much is yes, whether you are on semi-automatic or full auto, and yeah, I forgot to talk about this, but VSS can go full auto. 1 or 2 tap fire could easily take out an enemy at distance. The only time I really struggled with marking an accurate hit is when the target was only exposing inch of his body parts. In that case, I had to either wait till he is more well exposed or get slightly closer till I'm confident that I'll be able to take him out without giving him a chance to strike me back. The Glock18 also became extremely handy in close to mid-range combat, where the Nightforce optic and 10 rounds magazine of the VSS would be a little too unreliable to deal with. There's also one big negative about this set that I kinda need to talk about, which is that you really need to be careful with your ammunition management. I'm not talking about the total count of rounds you have per life, but the rounds you get per magazine. Both Venturas and Glock has great damage output with their high fire rate. That's all good, but at the same time, you'll often find yourself in a situation where you have no rounds in both primary and secondary, and you have some 2 or 3 enemies right in front of you. So I was in a way forced to stay away from these cap points where enemies can instantly spawn left to right, and stick back in one of the bushes far away where I can reload safely whenever I want. It might be a good idea to pick an automatic pistol with a slower fire rate such as the Pernac or the Enforcer, especially if you're a trigger happy panic shot type of guy like me. That's it for this episode of Kit Selection. I realized that I've been doing way too many sniper kits for this series, so for the next episode I'll make sure to pick either shotgun, SMG, AR, or light machine gun. If you have any clever or fun combination of weapons and maps to play, make sure to leave a comment in this video, and I'll feature one of them in my next Kit Selection episode. Remember, the more precise and detailed you are, the more chance of me picking your selection. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.